Eileo guys, and welcome back. So my boys, there's a couple things we need to talk about. Not so much us, but with 433, and this video is basically some of the quality of life things I feel like that should be added into the game. If this video could somehow get any sort of traction, like even sending this video with your comments below to 433 could give some recognition to this maybe in the future, that would be great. But if not, I'm just preaching to the choir. But I feel like it's very, very important to get this stuff out here just so that I personally feel better with myself. But anyways, my boys, let's go ahead and get right into it. So what I'm referring to with the quality of life things for MSL is I have a small list that I made. I mean, there's probably tons of stuff that I'm missing, and I know that you guys that have been playing the game a lot longer than I have definitely have a lot more ideas that could be incorporated to the game just to tweak it, just to make it a little bit better. I mean, MSL has come a long way even within the 2 years that I came, because I came like a year after launch. MSL has continued to progress quite well, but there's still a couple of things that annoy me the most, and the main thing is this: there's no search bar at all. I mean, couldn't they add like a search tab right here, or maybe move the accept all button to over here and give us a search tab? There's no reason as to why we don't have a search bar for the freaking Astromon. It would help immensely, especially for videos, if all I had to do was search in Misha, like pull up the Fire Misha. You guys can't see my hand, I'm pointing it towards the screen, but pull up Fire Misha and Misha's right there. I don't understand why we don't have a search bar. Like, there's no excuse. All you have to do is add in a search bar that whenever you type in the monster's name, it clicks right to it. I don't care if it's that Evo 1. You could set it to Evo 2 and Evo 3 as well. There's really no excuse as to why that isn't like that. And that brings me to another big point that we should have in the game already, but we don't. It's being able to not only search for a monster, but being able to search for that monster in all of its elements. Like, is there a way to do that as well? Is that asking too much? Because when you can select a monster. I know we can select it right here, and we can hit this, and we can pull this up, but there's no stat comparison or anything like that, which I would love. I would love at least a search bar and then like a monster side-by-side view comparison of two different monsters. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be very, very helpful for people, especially those considering, do I want to Evo 3 this monster first? Like, do I want to Evo 3 Water Valk, or do I want to Evo 3 Wood Valk? So that's one suggestion, which I think is the most important one out of them all. Now another one is a better gem search function as well. We should be able to search through our gems according to subs, and not only just by their star rating, in my opinion. Like, grade, color, and recent, that doesn't really do anything for me. There should be like another tab for subs, and we can click, we can click right here, just like the 3, 4, and 5 stars, where it could be like HP, crit rate, attack, something like that, where it can just distinguish what kind of subs that we have. Instead of going through the gems each one manually, I can just go ahead and delete all the gems that don't have a crit rate sub on them and save myself a couple minutes. I mean, it doesn't benefit us if it's every now and again, but to the players that basically farm golems all the time, it does add up over time. Those couple of minutes do add up, which could help us farm more. I mean, it's definitely great that we're able to do the 50 runs of golems now, but that would be even better than what we have now. Another big point I wanted to pick out, I don't know why I keep leaving my monster screen, but have you guys never noticed this, that we never have like a skill book day? Like, just half skill books off day? I mean, never. Like, okay, I understand that not Light Radis, but Fire Radis, his skill books are 100k each, so it's 800k out of the gate, and then congratulations, he's skill booked up. But for the other mons, especially the Nat 4s, where it costs 300k per book, can't we get like a not even half off skill book day every month, but even 1/4, like 10% off skill book day once a month, instead of like dumping like 2.4 mil per nat 4 to get it fully booked up. I mean, that's something that I definitely think about all the time, because you're dumping all this money into books, and you know, almost a mil per nat 3 and almost, you know, 2.5 mil per nat 4, not even going with nat 5s. Why don't we have that? We have, you know, free gem removal, we have gem upgrading days where you get the discount, we have free Tower of Chaos, we have energy being recovered at double the rate, we have capture rate up, we have experience up, we have all kinds of this stuff, but skill books are still just left in the dirt, man. I understand that they are there to power up mons, and maybe half off for skill books is asking for too much, but even 10%, 15%, my boys, I would be definitely okay with that. And that leads me to the next one, gems. Now, I know that they buffed not golems, but dragons B10, but in my opinion, I don't think that buff was enough. I mean, it feels like it was like a 5% increase, and I don't even do dragons B10, so maybe it's not good for me to say anything about that. But even with golems B10, I mean, I know that you guys have said this before, and I'll keep saying it, you know, there shouldn't be flats in golems B10. There shouldn't be. There's no excuse as to why there are flats in golems B10. You are at the hardest dungeon for farming gems, and we still get flats. There's just no reason. Like, those should be taken out, and they'll probably never remove them. I wish they would. I wish flats were exclusive to maybe dragons. I mean, not dragons, but golems B6 and down, and then percent was exclusive from golems B7 to B10. But even if they don't remove flats, can we at least get, like, I don't know, 1 to 2 sub minimum per run? I mean, per gem that we get. If you don't want to take out flats, we should at least get 1 to 2 subs per minimum. I don't care if they're all crappy subs, but it'll make me feel a little bit better selling it rather than me getting some flat gems. I mean, to those that min and max, obviously percent's the way to go, but a lot of people don't really care too much about flat gems. But me personally, if I can get percentage, I prefer percentage. I mean, that's just how it is. Same thing with dragons. There shouldn't be any flats in dragons B10, the hardest dragons in the game. There should not be any flats in there. There's no excuse as to why that we have flats. And another big point too is sigils. Why do sigils reset every week? Maybe you guys don't want us storing up a whole bunch of sigils and I guess running dragons, but with such abysmal rate for dragons, with how it is right now, there's really no downside to us being able to store sigils. Even if it's every 2 weeks or something crazy like that, that would be way more beneficial in my opinion than just 1 week, because there's some of us where the weekend's the most busiest time for us, and we don't really get that much time to play because we're traveling, we're hanging out with the squad, we're hanging out with the girlfriend, if you got a boyfriend, hanging out with my dog, hanging out with the cat, riding the motorcycle. There's other stuff that we're doing during the weekend, and I can't dedicate 100% all the time to doing dragons for an hour, even if it's on auto, because I have so many sigils saved up, and you know, it just doesn't work out. I don't understand why they don't stay at least for 2 weeks. I mean, heck. Another thing, I know they're working on Clans Fest, not Clans Fest, but I know that they're working on giving us soul stones and stuff from doing clan versus clan, but I still feel like that's not enough. Like, maybe soul stones rate for Poseidon should be upgraded. Maybe we should get not only better gems, but maybe there should be another incentive towards doing clan versus clan. I mean, I'm a big fan of clan versus clan, but I don't know. We need more. Maybe give us a chance to get a skill book. If we do, what is it, 3 battles a day and 6? If we do like 24 battles in a week, give us a chance to get a skill book. Give us a chance to get something out of it that we can't get anywhere else. Like maybe a clan versus clan exclusive gem, or I don't know. You got to get creative with this. And another thing as well, Titans needs more gold. Titans need better gems. Titans, I mean, it's fun, but it needs to feel a little bit more rewarding. I mean, I know we get Astro Gems from it, but with the World Boss being added, that adds something else to the game as well. But I don't know. I don't know at this point. And another thing is the ability to influence Tina, like to roll into a better gem slot, not gem slot, but shot. I'm getting my words twisted here. Like say for instance with my Miho. Maybe it doesn't totally change what she rolls into, but even if we can donate Astro Gems, or I'm sure you guys will come out with like a pack or something of where if I had a gem with maybe attack, crit rate, and something else, that I could select maybe 2 of them and have Tina roll into those 2, or at least give it a higher chance or higher probability that she's going to roll into those 2 versus her just destroying all gems. And I'm sure some of you guys, especially you guys that have been around for a lot longer than me, is like, Eileo, y'all played this game without this. Why are you asking for this now? I mean, in a way, even if you limit it, maybe a gem a day, I don't know, something crazy like that. These are just ideas. But even if it was limited, I would be okay with that. Like you can only do 3 rolls. Maybe not 3 rolls, but maybe like 5 per month or something like that. That way we can get a little bit higher chance to get the subs that we want for gems. I think that would be great. I mean, will that happen? Probably not, but I wish subs, we had a little bit more control over subs. Just a little bit more, just to help me make, just to, you know, help me feel better, I guess, at the end of the day. And my boys, I know I'm missing a lot, and I know some of this sounds kind of like spazzy and all over the place, but one of the biggest things I would love to have is, we have stone division, right? We could take a stone, we can hit this button and divide it. But boys, why don't we have a slider for this? Why don't we have a freaking slider or something to input, just like with Tina in enhancing gems to 100 for this? I mean, I don't do this often, but I mean, there's some times where I do need to use it, and I'd rather just farm it out for the next day or 2, because I'm not going to sit here and tap this button 253 times to get more lower tier star stones. Like, why don't we have a slider for destroying freaking star stones? And I do believe for fusion as well. Yeah. So for division and fusion, how come we don't have a slider for this freaking crap? I'm not going to sit here and press the button to get 1 mid star stone and have me take 3 hours of my life clicking 1 button. I mean, I guess I could set a macro for it if you guys want that done, but we should just have a slider for that. I mean, that's basic quality of life. But I mean, that's pretty much it for my rant. It's not so much that I'm mad at MSO, or you know, me and MSO are on back editions. These are just thoughts that I had as I've played the game. I've seen some of your guys' comments on the videos, which I tried to incorporate in this one as well. And I mean, maybe it's too long to get to them, but even then, if I could just sum it up in like a paragraph and send it to them, maybe that would just, you know, make me feel a little bit better about myself at the end of the day. It might not change anything, but hey man, at least I feel better. But that's pretty much it, my boys. If you guys have any quality of life things that you would like to see MSO incorporate, feel free to leave a comment below. Like I said before, I'm not saying this video is going to change anything, but sometimes it's just nice to express yourself, and especially as players, it's also important that we bring up issues in the off chance that even one thing like the star stones might get added to the game, which makes life better for us. But anyways, my boys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.